that not a depressing sight? It certainly was for us. Nothing against the state of Georgia. It's actually a very exciting sight when we're headed to Georgia or headed to Florida. But what that sign signifies is that we just left Florida. Our Florida vacation's over.
Yeah.
So kind of sad. But we're on the road right now. I-95 is probably the most boring stretch of interstate that I've ever been on.
Yes.
So again, no offense if you live down here. We have good friends that live here in Brunswick, Georgia. So we travel this road a lot. There's just not a lot here to look at. Well, let me back that up. We noticed something last summer, and we saw them coming down again. There's a lot of wild pigs in this area that we'd never seen before, and they're black. They're solid black.
Yeah.
And we've been seeing those out by the interstate starting in 2022, and never had noticed those. So that's a little bit of excitement, but this is just not the most scenic stretch of highway through here. So we decided we just want to talk to y'all a little bit, make a video. We're not live because the cell signal through here can also be bad in some places. Pretty much from here all the way up to Orangeburg, South Carolina. It's very sporadic, so just decided we wanted to record a little bit. This is going to be a miscellaneous random video with absolutely no subject at all, but
a little bit of this, a little bit of
this, a little bit of that. Just want to tell y'all about our week, talk about the channel a little bit. We've not been home in 9 nights. We've been gone 9 nights, and we've been I've been getting motion. We got cameras all around our house, by the way, pretty much from every angle. And we've been getting motion alerts all week, and that's our boxer. He makes sure when we're going, triggers every camera that he can multiple times a day.
He's a good watchdog.
Yeah.
Checking the house out, checking the property out.
Yeah. So we know everything's looking good at home, but should get there tonight about 8:30, 9 o'clock. But we've been going a while. We went to Gatlinburg last Thursday night, the 21st, and spent 4 nights there. Had a lot of fun. We made a video from our room, I think, that first night. Went to the island, went to some good restaurants, met up with some YouTubers, went to Dollywood. So we've had a pretty full, action-packed 9. Today's the 10th day.
Yeah.
And then left there on the 25th, real early. Got up at 4 a.m. Left at 5, headed down to St. Augustine. Got here early afternoon. And I spent the last 5 nights in St. Augustine. We actually got to stay free the 5th night last night. That's why we extended it. I had enough wind. We were actually already had this reservation for 4 nights. And I get a text this week from Wyndham basically offering me a holiday special of 7,500 bonus points.
And you had to book it about
Had to book it by the 26th. Yes.
Yeah.
And I did that, and that gave us enough points to qualify for a 5th night. So had to go in there while we were there and make a 1-night reservation at the same motel for the 5th night, because we already had the 4. And then just went over to the office and said, "Do we have to move rooms, or can we just stay?" They said you could just stay. So that worked out great. We got a 5th night free. And believe me, when you're in St. Augustine, you appreciate that. Every little bit helps, because the rooms there it's one of the highest places for motel rooms that we've been.
Yeah.
Truthfully. And it's consistently expensive. But we love it. We love St. Augustine.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, just want to tell y'all a little bit about our week. Why don't you start telling, first of all, what was your favorite day of this trip?
Oh, my favorite day.
Yeah. I know that's a tough one.
It really is.
I told her I was going to be asking her some spur-of-the-moment questions, but I didn't tell her what they were.
Yeah, he didn't tell me. I don't know, because earlier, before I even knew we were going to be recording and stuff like that, we were just kind of just talking about, our trip, and, I was just saying about how great it was. Because every day, we always do something special together, and it's just great. We ate at some very good restaurants, tried some new stuff. My favorite day.
Or maybe let's narrow it down. What was your favorite meal? And that can be Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, down here.
I've had so many.
Yeah, where did we even eat?
Yeah, I know.
In Gatlinburg.
We ate Chop House first night. That was good.
It seems like a month ago.
It seems like, yeah, I know. So then the second day, that was when we went to Dollywood. What did we eat?
I don't remember.
Oh, we ate before we went to Dollywood, right?
Well, we had breakfast with the VA Fund.
Oh, that's right. We had
Sunday.
breakfast. We didn't eat. Okay, that's what we ate that morning. And then that night, did we get something to eat afterwards?
That's what I'm trying to think. I don't remember.
Oh, we got pizza in Dollywood.
Oh yeah,
That pizza.
that
in
place
Dollywood.
up there by the train.
Yeah.
Iron Station. whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Then Sunday we ate at Corky's Barbecue. Saturday.
Well, anyway, as you can tell, we've squeezed a lot of things into
Yeah, I know.
this week.
But as far as my favorite meal,
The Gatlinburg part of it actually seems like a different trip.
it does. It seemed like it was so. In some ways, it seemed like it was a long time ago. In some ways, it doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't know. We tried Harry's in St. Augustine.
we knew we were going to do that before we
Yeah,
came.
and that was really good. The pasta dish I got, it was so big, so full of shrimp. As far as eating food, I would probably say that was my favorite meal,
Okay.
favorite dish that I got.
That was up there.
Yeah, what was yours?
Oh, I don't know. We've had some good seafood. I'll be honest with you, even though it's just a little basket, I really like the shrimp at that DJ's Clam Shack. That was some of the better fried shrimp I've had in a long time. I mean, I've eaten shrimp a lot of places, Calabash down here at Augustine's. I'd put that right up there with Augustine's. Now, was that my favorite meal? Probably not. I'd probably have to go back to the Chop House ribeye as my favorite meal overall, because I think that's the only steak I've actually had this week. So I'm going to put that up there probably at the top.
Okay.
But had some, like you said, Harry's. I think the only thing with Harry's is that jambalaya was great, but they did put onions in it, and just that's why we ended up actually switching. You didn't have to switch with me, but you did.
No, but I tasted his.
And you really liked mine. I really liked yours.
Good.
So.
And we had to wait, and well, it was over an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half wait. So of course you always got to watch what other people are getting, and watch that jambalaya was like one of the top dishes you've seen people get.
Yeah,
So
it was,
very
and I couldn't
popular.
believe the portions of it. It was huge.
All the food portions.
Yeah. We actually got there. We met one of our viewers, Susie, Koala Bear. That's what she goes by. We actually met her there in St. Augustine at the plaza. Her husband had dropped her off, and he had to go back home for something. So we knew it was going to be a while, because finding parking in St. Augustine during a crowded week is probably one of the most frustrating vacation endeavors you'll ever do.
Yeah.
It is a nightmare to find parking there. It truly is. So we knew he was going to have his work cut out for him, but Harry said it's an hour and a half wait anyway. So we thought, okay, we'll go on down there. So us three went down there until he could get there. And we got really worried because we were going to have to sit outside with the pets. And honestly, I'd prefer to sit outside. It was
very nice.
beautiful.
Very nice. And they have the propane heaters everywhere. They have.
And they did a good job too.
Yeah, they did.
I didn't think that was when the cool air was just starting to get here. It was in the 60s. I'm like, this is wonderful, But anyway, it started to rain a little bit.
Yeah, it did. And one thing that Harry's did is they have actually big umbrellas.
Yeah, they brought umbrellas around to us.
Yeah, as a restaurant, just as a service to their customers, for little sprinkles here and there. So I thought that was really nice.
Yeah, because the outside eating area is not covered, and the way it's set up, I don't see how they even could cover it. Because they got trees and plants and stuff out everywhere. But fortunately, it never came a downpour. It would just rain a few minutes lightly and then stop. And it did it like 3 times, but it never really got us wet. So that was good. That was a blessing.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed meeting up with them that night. Just super nice folks. We stood around talking with them. We walked back up to where he had found parking. Stood around talking with him probably another 30, 45 minutes. And he points up in the sky, and we got to see that, what was it called? Falcon Heavy rocket.
SpaceX rocket.
Was it Falcon? Where am I getting that? Falcon Heavy?
That's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he pointed it out. We all looked up. And you could just see that rocket ship through the sky. Then it separated.
Yeah.
And then
it looked like it was going this way instead of going up. So that was.
I'm guessing it was out over the ocean though, because even in St. Augustine, you're not a stone's throw from the ocean. Mm-hmm. But that was something you don't see every day.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. The video footage that I got of it doesn't show the colors behind it. It was like a bright orange, of course white, and then some blue color too. So it was really interesting.
And I also tagged that footage on at the end of the Harry's review. So if you want to see a rocket at the end of it, you can either look at her short reel or you can go to that review. But that was really neat. Enjoyed meeting them. Just
very nice.
Superb conversation that night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We packed so much in. We knew we were coming back to St. Augustine. We decided that pretty much after the August trip.
We did.
Because we only stayed 2 nights in. We did Fountain of Youth, but there was just so many things we thought, you know what, we could make a video here. And we started watching restaurant reviews because we have our favorites in St. Augustine that we've gone to repetitively.
Yes.
But we started thinking, you know, we want to try some new things for the channel. And one of the ones I came across early, I think this is probably about September we started doing it, was Harry's.
Yeah.
I could not find that video again. I don't remember who the guy was, but he did a really good review on it. The food looked amazing. We pulled up the menu and said, man, there are so many things there to try. So I'm pretty sure we're going to go back there.
I'm sure we will, yeah.
We didn't go to the river and fort this time. I'm pretty certain we'll go back there at some point because
there's just so much.
The view from that upper deck is just
it's beautiful.
Yeah. But we actually made really good time coming down here. Left about 5 a.m. It was rainy that first day. It finally quit, but that night we got to go uptown, shoot the Nights of Lights video. I was really hoping for that. Tried to get that up Christmas night. I just couldn't. I was trying to edit in my head. I was just going to sleep.
Yeah, he said, I'm falling asleep over here.
Yeah.
I'm like, just come to bed.
Yeah, so I said, I just have to get this finished tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we've got several more St. Augustine videos coming. I'm not anywhere close to done. I wanted to get a bunch uploaded while December to kind of give the income a boost for this month, and it did. But I also wanted to save some because we're going to have a slow January, so I wanted to keep videos coming out. So we've got about 4 scheduled now, and probably about at least that many more for me to do when I get home. So probably the first 2 weeks of January is going to be about 7 or 8 more St. Augustine videos coming. Restaurant, just miscellaneous things here and there. So hopefully you'll enjoy those. But all right, let me think of another question to ask you. Your favorite meal? All right, if you had to go to one place that we went to for a week, St. Augustine or Gatlinburg, what would it be?
I love both. I would probably say St. Augustine only because Gatlinburg we get to do so often, and it's so close to home. So I would say St. Augustine because, you know, you can enjoy the city there and you can venture out a little bit too, you know, and see surrounding areas because it's a little further away from home.
I felt like St. Augustine because we were there so long and because there was only so many attractions we were going to see. We actually got just some more downtime, rest time. We actually got to nap most days. I think maybe one day we didn't.
I think I did every day. You may have been working on a video.
And then trying to edit videos. But we, it was one of the better trips that we've had in recent memory, I think.
Yeah.
And honestly, we're just blessed. We're just blessed to be able to do this. And it's just, I don't know. I think when we started YouTube in 2020, December of 2020, we had no idea that the channel
would go.
Well, we didn't know it would do well.
Yeah.
We started,
I was just going to say, and it's just been so much fun. And I remember, you know, when we were doing it and stuff like that, so even starting off, you know, as we were starting to get the subscribers and stuff, and, you know, we were having, you know, you guys making comments and stuff, we're starting to get to know you and stuff. And I remember telling him one time, I said, it's almost like we've got our friends in here with us.
Yeah.
Even though you guys might not be replying to us as we're making videos, it's still like we're talking to friends while we're riding and doing things. It's not always just us, if that makes sense. So it's fun.
I think one of the most rewarding things that has come from this channel is when somebody tells us that they don't get to go to these places anymore, and that when we film it, they feel like they're getting to go. You know, since we've been doing this, probably a good 98% of all the comments have been nice, complimentary. One thing we've learned, let me ask you this, what have you learned since doing YouTube? Have you learned anything?
Well, I mean, I've learned that you can't please everybody.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I also learned that, you know, there are a lot of appreciative people, you know, too, that, you know, like what we do and appreciate our recommendations or, you know, ideas. Because I know we get ideas from other YouTubers.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah,
so
exactly.
To me, it's helpful. You know, we want to be helpful.
I've learned, one of the things I was going to say is what you just said. You cannot please everybody. You can make a video and have 45 positive comments, how much somebody appreciates it, and then there'll be 1 or 2 show up and tell you what you did wrong or where you should have eaten.
Where we should have, you should have done.
I always love that one. You should have gone here. That place you went's garbage. I always love that one.
But you don't mind recommendations.
You do not mind recommendations, but just there's always somebody tell you where you should have gone. But yeah, you can't please everybody. But another thing I've learned is that people actually like to watch other people's lives.
Yeah, they do.
That still blows my mind a little bit. It still blows my mind because I'm gonna share a confession here. I used to hate the term YouTuber because the first time I ever heard it, I'm gonna tell you what I thought, and I was wrong, but I'll tell you what I thought. I had in mind somebody that was about 40 years old, still lived in their mom and dad's basement, and was too sorry to work, and they just decided I'm just gonna go out and shoot videos and try to get people to pay for it. And I just thought a YouTuber was somebody that wouldn't work. That's one. But this is a lot of work. This absolutely is a lot of work. And I've learned that people will watch your life. And we caught ourselves doing it during 2020 when we couldn't really go places.
Yeah, because we don't buy TV packages or anything like that. So we have like
a Roku.
A Roku and YouTube.
We don't have satellite, don't have cable.
No. And so when you start looking up places, then you see other people traveling and seeing what they're doing. And we watched several. And I remember, I said, why don't we do that? As much as we travel and go and do, why don't we do that? So we gave it a shot, and we're still learning.
Oh, absolutely we are.
But it's fun.
I can remember when COVID hit, I think March in the state of North Carolina was the last time you could really go on vacation anywhere. I mean, or go out to eat in a restaurant. And it got to the point, we got out one day, just rode the Blue Ridge Parkway because it was really the only thing we could do. And because we honestly felt like caged animals. We really did. And I remember calling the lady at our motel, the Sleepy Bear Motel that we pretty much always stay in, and asking her if the motel was closed. And she said, yes, we are. Were y'all wanting to come in? I said, well, she said, I'll tell you what, let me talk to the manager. So she got back with us. She said, y'all have come for a long time. She said, if y'all want to come, she said, I'll leave a key for you. I think she took payment on the phone and says, y'all are welcome to come up. Nothing's open. I said, we'll do it. We took a little table and sat on the back deck. We set it up and got call in every day. Yeah. We just sat out there and ate and basically just drove. We had just watched Will and Dawn go out that scenic Highway 411 out of Sevierville out towards Bush's Bean, and that looked like a pretty drive. So we took that drive for the first time because of their video, and it was a really, really beautiful. I think outside the national park, that's one of the prettiest places in Tennessee is that little drive right there. So then after that, it kind of got to where things started opening back up again. But that's when we really started watching YouTubers, and then by the end of the year, we just decided to, didn't even really have a good camera at that time. I had an old Sony point and shoot that recorded 1080p. That's what we started making our first videos with. So then I thought, if we're going to do this, let's get something upgrade to 4K.
Yeah, and we started doing our homework on it.
We started doing our homework. So I got a little Sony ZV-1, which shot some of the best video. Let me tell you something right now. I highly recommend Sony video products. I've never had a bad one. Well, we did have that defective camcorder we sent back. But I mean, as far as you get something that's in good working shape, the color and the video is just clear. Then we recently got a camcorder. Still got to do a review on that. Somebody asked me to do that the other day. But I guess what I want to say about the channel is we had no idea. And we're honestly, we're humbled by it because just the fact that people watch us. I joke with everybody I meet. We'll get people come up and say, we watch you all the time on YouTube. My response always is, there must not be much on TV. And really there's not. But we're honored by that. We were thinking, this is not New Year's Eve, this is the 30th. So New Year's Eve's tomorrow. A year ago at this time, we were in Anna Maria Island, Florida. And at that time, I think our subscriber count was right around 2,500. And, you know, God's been good to this channel. And honestly, it's through y'all subscribing and watching us and referring us. The channel has more than tripled.
Yeah.
Just this past year, since this week last year, the channel has more than tripled. We never would have thought that at all.
Never.
And we appreciate you guys making that happen, because if you don't subscribe and don't watch us and don't like us, it's not going to happen. So.
Yeah, anytime you like our videos, make comments on them, share them. You don't realize that helps us so much, and we really appreciate you guys. And just like you were saying earlier, the nice things you guys say about us, we just appreciate that. It makes us feel so good.
Look up the name of that channel again. I want to give a shout out to a channel. I think they're just starting out. I had never heard of them. I got a notification. Was it yesterday or day before yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday morning when I got up, it said that
Hare's Last Resort Adventures.
Hare's Last Resort Adventures, and Hare's is spelled H-A-I-R-E-S. Hare's Last Resort Adventures. And I had a notification that said that they had mentioned us. So I didn't know, so I clicked on it, obviously, and went over there, and I saw a couple. They were sitting on their couch, dressed in their Christmas. I don't know if it was pajamas or what.
I don't think it was pajamas, but that little
just
Santa
casually
hat.
dressed at home. Yeah. So we just started listening, and they mentioned that we were one. They mentioned several other channels as well. That we were one of the channels they watched, and honestly, that was just flattering.
They
really.
made us feel so good.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that they actually called us by name, that they watch us, and decided to start YouTubing. Not just us, but some others as well. But, still.
And what they were talking about, and we can relate to, is that they said they have watched other channels not to copycat, but to learn from them, and that's exactly what we did. That's exactly. We started watching the ones that we liked. I mean, you come across a lot. And I'm not ever gonna trash anybody's channel.
No.
But there's some we like, and some that we don't watch. Just to be honest with you, and you probably can guess why. If you're family friendly and keep the language clean and not off color, we're gonna like you and watch you. If you're not, we're gonna wish you well, but we're not gonna watch you. So that's just how it is. I'm not gonna endorse it if it's not clean. But we started watching the ones we liked and just saying, okay, how are they doing it? And that's what these people are doing. So I want to ask y'all, if you would, go over and check their channel out. Hare's Last Resort Adventures.
Yeah, and they're just starting out.
Seem like very, very nice, down to earth people.
We watched a couple of their shorts.
And
I checked out their Facebook page and stuff too.
So go over there and subscribe to their channel. I think they're just starting. They just seem like good people. So I want to encourage you to do that. But we, I don't know. We feel very blessed.
We do. We do. We're very thankful for each one of you. And so many of you guys, have reached out to us, even like at Christmas stuff, we'll get a message here and there. Some of you sent us cards, and just all the nice, thoughtful things that you guys do for us too. You could be watching anybody else, but, you guys think of us.
Absolutely.
So
we appreciate that more than we can say.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have anything? Go ahead.
And too, like when we were in Gatlinburg, people will come up to us, shout out to us, and they'll say, hey, we watch you on YouTube. There was several families that did that. There was a lady I met in Dollywood. She seemed super nice. A couple of families there in Gatlinburg, right on the street.
One of the incredible Christmas places.
Yeah, and it's just like, it makes you feel so good that. We just feel like, well, we are anyway, but, just regular, ordinary people on vacation.
That's all any of us are.
But we just record it and share it,
Yeah.
And so people come like, it just, I don't know, it makes you feel kind of special in a way.
Well,
Yeah.
like you say, we're no different than anybody.
No,
but
we're
it's
not.
just, I think just the fact that people actually sit and watch us.
And actually like us.
Yeah. Some do. I think you're a little more like than I am. We've had a few people make that quite clear, but that's okay. One of the best advices we ever got when we started this was from Will of Yankee in the South. He said, don't change for the camera, be who you are. That's what we're going to be.
Yeah,
so
that's all we do.
What you see is what you're going to see if the camera's not on.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate every one of y'all, and like I say, none of this would have been possible, and we're still small. We're still small by, that standard is what a lot of other channels are. And that's okay. If it stays that way, that's fine. If it continues to grow, that's great too.
We're having fun. We're making memories together. So that's what we're doing.
And I'll tell you one thing, we have to go back and watch our own videos sometimes to remember something, which helps, because before we was doing this, if we went back to a restaurant we had been to in 2 or 3 years, it's like, okay, what was good and what wasn't? Well, you don't know how many times we've had to pull our own video up to find out, okay, what did I like and what didn't I?
And then you might think, oh, I really like that, and then you you watch the video, it's like, I didn't like that.
That just happened to us the other day going to Georgia back on Black Friday weekend. Smith House. It was something that one of us had said we didn't think we'd like, but when we watched the
corn. Yeah, I remember that. And two, it helps us remember our trip, because honestly, we're going more now than what we used to. I mean, we've always went and did a lot, but we're doing it more now.
Mm-hmm.
And working full-time jobs, sometimes you just get a little foggy in the brain. It's like, even when we started talking a minute ago, where did we all eat? It's like, but anyway, it helps us remember too.
Yeah, it does. But then we stopped at Buc-ee's, of course, on the way into St. Augustine. Then stopped again today on the way back out. Just got a few more things. Buc-ee's is like a one-stop, anything you can imagine store. I think what you mentioned, you could even do your Christmas shopping there. They have so much other stuff.
They have a lot in there.
But one thing that impresses me about Buc-ee's, and people say, what's all the hype? I mean, I don't even know how to pinpoint it. Just it has everything. They have more gas pumps than anywhere. They have some of the best gas prices. That $2.79 a gallon in St. Augustine. I didn't see anything close to that anywhere else. Most everywhere else is about $2.89, $2.99.
Yeah.
And so you can get a pretty good deal on gas. The ice is the cheapest. That's like 1980s prices.
Oh yeah.
And the brisket sandwich is good. That 3-meat sandwich is good.
They brought my pretzels back. Raspberry yogurt pretzels there are amazing.
Yeah, they brought those back. They had discontinued them.
Those are so good.
And I'll tell you this: the restrooms in Buc-ee's, I have never been in one that was dirty. And I'm talking about huge restrooms with multiple stalls. I've never seen one that was dirty. Yeah, I mean, they keep it spotless. I've stopped at gas stations, they can't even keep one spotless.
I mean, they've got someone working in there constantly, I guess, going through those stalls, cleaning them.
Honestly, it's just an immaculate store. It's well run.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think you're collecting. Did you end up getting that shirt today?
I did get me a Florida Buc-ee shirt.
That's got to be at least 6 Buc-ee shirts for you.
No.
I bet it is.
The first one that I got
was Warner Robins.
Warner Robins. I did get just a plain Georgia one. That looks like my Florida one.
You got one in Texas.
Texas.
At least one. You might have got 2 in Texas. I don't remember. I know you got another one today. I've only got one. I broke down and got one because it had a red truck and it had peaches on it. And that was in Georgia. So, anyway. But we like Buc-ee's. We got to do that twice. It's been a very full week.
Yes.
I'm not ready for it to be over. I've heard some people say, I'm just glad to get home. I mean, I love where I live. I really do.
Yeah.
But I can't say I was in any hurry to...
No, and we've got 2 days. So we got Sunday, church tomorrow, and then Monday, since it's, sorry, say 4th of July, New Year's.
Not quite.
So we're not working that day. So at least it's going to be a 4-day work week for us.
Yeah. And I'm starting a new job Tuesday. I'm a little apprehensive about that, to be honest with you. Pretty much doing the same thing I've been doing, but just a whole different setup.
New faces.
Yeah, new faces, new people. It's been a little bit of an emotional time on that count too. But anyway, well, anything else you want to say or anything you want to ask me?
We're just looking forward to 2024. We're thankful for this year, everything that we got to go, do, see. We've had a lot of good memories, did a lot of great things. Looking forward to 2024. We've gone around some ideas of what we're all going to do and places we're going to see. Lord willing, we'll try to do some planning and stuff on that. Just looking forward to the new year too, the new starting over on things.
There's a verse in the Bible that I've always, it's always kind of put a fear into me, to be honest with you. And it's found in the book of James, and it talks about, and I'm just going to summarize it rather than trying to quote it, but it talks about that it's kind of foolish to say tomorrow we're going to do this or that, as if you're promised tomorrow. And it says what we should say is if we live and if the Lord wills, then we'll do it. And something we've learned is that life can change in an instant.
Yes, it can.
And I know I talked a little bit about that the other night in the Thursday night video before Christmas. Just how there are people that we followed on YouTube that did not make it to Christmas to celebrate it. And just how quick life can change. And we learned that when we got back from California in 2021. Or was that that was actually the beginning of 2022, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We learn how quick life can change, and you're not promised anything. So, again, just the people you love, your husband or your wife, your children, let them know that you love them. Spend time with them, make memories with them. If you can help it, don't miss a holiday together. If you can help it at all,
take those pictures.
Take those pictures, those videos.
Yeah.
I've always been a video person, even before this, and my sons used to make fun of me because I was always testing the different settings on the camera and all that, and they would actually act like they was walking around with the camera and all that stuff. But
but now it's great,
as you get older, you realize that's something that people can't take away from you, is those memories. But just don't find something else to do. If you got family time that you can get together, don't find something else to do. Spend time with your family, because that's time you're never gonna get back.
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway, hope everybody has a happy new year. I hope instead of making resolutions, I would say make a commitment. Make a commitment to honor God, put Him first in all things, and put your family first or second under God. And I know a lot of people think the New Year's Eve is a time for acting foolish and doing foolish things. What it could be is a time just for a new commitment. Say, you know what, this upcoming year, I'm gonna put God first. I'm gonna, because that's who all blessings come from anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway, you got anything else you want to add?
No, we're very blessed. We love you guys and appreciate every one of you.
All right, so thank y'all for tuning in. That helped us pass about 30 miles of this boring interstate.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, we did want to come to y'all and just let y'all know we appreciate it. We were looking at the numbers from last year on this channel as far as subscriber and viewer count.
Yeah.
And it's astounding, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
Never could have predicted it.
And those of you that follow us on YouTube, be sure to go to our Facebook page and follow us there, because he does a lot of the videos and the comments there. I do most of the Facebook, and Facebook can be a little bit different than our YouTube. I'll put the videos on there, but there's pictures, just different things on there. So be sure to follow us on Facebook as well.
All right.
NC Memory Makers.
Yeah. Okay. Thank y'all for watching, and have a wonderful day.